Hi guys, this is my Skills and Capacities blog. I'm going to start by looking at this athlete here doing the A skip, a few skill issues. You can see from the outset that actually, looking both the slow motion and the real speed video here, that he's actually got quite a good rhythm going with regard to the action that he's executing. But looking a little bit more closely, looking at his ankle, you can see that his ankle is struggling to stay dorsiflexed. He's actually starting the drive down movement there, so he's getting the kind of an incorrect activation within the movement to start with. Also the arm action. The arm action is very flicky at the elbow. There's not a decent range of movement there, or a drive from the arms, because the elbow is just flicking backwards and forwards really, and that allows the movement to occur. These types of areas that we're looking at here, I would suggest would be deficiencies in skill, and just more so from a knowledge of how the movement, how the skill, the A skip itself should be executed. I think there are other issues that might be capacity orientated here, that might be restricting him with regards to his upper body as it flexes through the movement, but I think there also is an element of knowing how to do the drill itself. There is really not much of a skip, it's much more of a stamp here. However, this could be something that could be done to try and overcome the issues of the ankle, the skill deficiency of the ankle, in that he could do a couple of steps with a pause with the ankle in dorsiflexion before then driving from a static start as well. And also that would be something that you could do with arm drive as well. I think that would be quite a good way of doing almost a double step with pause, with the knee and the ankle up in dorsiflexion and the arm drive working as well. So again, a little bit more practice and maybe explanation of how to do the skill slightly more competently would certainly benefit here. So now we move on to the capacity, and I've actually got obviously squat here of my own. I think there's quite a few kind of subtle capacity issues here that need addressing or can be clearly seen. So obviously just looking at the back squat here, in the initial view, what we can see is as we're moving down, we can see quite a loss of movement in the hips there towards the bottom, but also in the upper body as well. If you look closely, it can be quite clear that obviously there's a lot of upper body flexion, but at the same time, as I lower down into the movement, you can see the elbows just drifting forward as well. So kind of a combination of flexibility or tissue restrictions going on here that are affecting a lot of the stability and probably the ability in the movement for the squat itself. So obviously there's some tissue restriction there in the upper body, but what we can also see is a mobility issue in the ankle as well, which is actually causing a bit of a balance issue, and this almost refers back to Dan's article talking about the squat as a balance exercise. You can see on the downward movement that the ankle gets to a point partway down and really does not want to go any further. That actually causes a bit of a rocking that you can see on this movement. Now, combined with the upper body restrictions and the excessive flexion forwards, these actually combine to make this quite a restriction and definitely a capacity issue as well. I think it must be said that it's more capacity. The movement itself, the skill of the movement is reasonably competent. There's got a good flow to the movement as well. But when you look at the highlighted capacity issues of joint mobility and tissue quality, then they need to have work done to enable better control of the squat here for this move.